Students, hope everybody aware of the exam date. So the exam date is announced by NBEMS. So the exam date is on May 2nd, right? So if you see how many days, so we have for the NEET-MDS exam. So today I'm just recording this video, which is 23rd January. So we have approximately 96 days. So close to 100 days. And if we calculate almost close to 1/3 of the year, actually, it is a very good time for your preparation. Okay. So this is a very much advantage. So please remember, so the exam date itself is a strategy for getting the rank. So how? Okay, usually whenever the exam date is postponed or exam date is more than the expected date, usually. So last year the exam is happened on April 16th. So almost we have 15 days more time. So the 15 days is the good amount of time, extra time, right? So usually there are two type of students. One type of students actually they take this as a golden opportunity and they increase the speed, work like anything, so they get to the top ranks. There is another category of students. So since the exam date is little postponed, so they think they will got a little relax and then start the preparation. Yes, that doesn't help actually. Okay, so this is a take this word. This is a golden opportunity. So given by the NBE National Board of the Exam. So take these extra days, okay, for you get into the top rank, right? Now, some of the students who asked me, so whether this exam date is postponed, can be preponed or postponed, actually no students. Okay, there is a chances, very less chances for the postponing the exam. Okay, but whether it can be preponed, almost no for the preponed, but it can be postponed in a very rare conditions. So the last time when the exam date is announced on January students actually, okay, but so later on most of the dental colleges actually they sent the report to the DCI that most of the students are completing the CRRI late. Okay, so the DCI given the information to the NBE, so NBE changed the date from January to the April. Okay, so this year they are very well planned and updated the exams date on the particular time. So there is a very less opportunity to postpone the exam. So mostly we can take this final date. Okay, even though it is a tentative date, mostly it is a we can take it as a final, right? Now, so the one thing which is one peculiar thing related to this year NEET-MDS exam is INICET exam. INICET exam dates are very close to your NEET-MDS exam. Okay, usually after NEET-MDS exam you have a good amount of time, probably 40-45 days for your INICET preparation. But this time, so you have only 15 days, almost only 2 weeks. Okay, the INICET exam date is going to be happened by May 15th. May 15th, so you have very less time, 2 weeks. So there is a overlapping of your NEET-MDS with your INICET exam preparation of overlapping, right? So now what you can do? What is the strategy of preparation you can follow, students, right? So there are two category of students. So one category of students, they will prepare NEET along with INICET preparation both. There are other category of students who will prepare only for the NEET-MDS exam. The students only for preparing for the NEET-MDS exam, it is well and good. You can prepare till the May 2nd. But the students who are preparing for NEET and INICET exam, so what you can do for the strategy is, right, so from February 1, so till March 15th, okay, almost 45 days, 43 to 45 days. Okay, you can divide your preparation hours into two, right? So one part is for NEET-MDS exam, one part is NEET-MDS exam, and one part is for the INICET exam. Okay, then so almost 43 days from the March 15, so till you have the NEET-MDS exam, we have one more 45 days. So this 45 days you can exclusively concentrate for your NEET-MDS exam. Again, once you completed your NEET-MDS exam, so you have 15 days time exclusive preparation for the INICET exam one more time. So what is the advantage, students? So the advantage is when you prepare for NEET exam, you come across lot of concept, okay? So that concept definitely helps for your NEET-MDS exam. That you know that trending of NEET-MDS exam is changing every single year. It is going from the fact-based topic from your concept-based topic. So when you thorough with the concept-based, okay, that preparation you done for your NEET exam definitely helps for your NEET exam also. Okay, so this is actually one more good opportunity for all the students. Okay, so there is a preparation for your NEET MDS also and NEET also. So you have to plan the days accordingly. So this is a very good strategy for the students who actually preparing for both NEET and NEET exam. Right now, so there are two things which you should know: what you should do at this time, what you should not do at this time, right? So let's see about this part first. What you should not do at this time, right? So number one, okay. So number one, usually what we do is random preparation. There are students who do the random preparation. Okay, so they prepare physiology, then biochemistry, then they oral surgery. Like so, okay. So this random preparation actually doesn't help. Basically, you should know what are the subjects you are strong. Basically, you should know what are the subject you are strong, what are the subject you are weak. Okay, that is the first thing you should know, right? And you have to give more importance for those area which you are weak and which you doesn't like. So come out of the comfort zone. Usually our brain like to read what you are strong actually. Okay, so you have to come out of the comfort zone and you should give more importance for the subject or the chapters which you don't like, right? Which subject usually students feel weak actually. So mostly the last few chapters of every subject, like miscellaneous. Suppose if we take oral pathology, last chapters like 16th chapter and 17th chapter, 15th chapter, these are the chapters usually students are weak. So what you can do, you can start your revision from the back, okay, beginning chapters, from the miscellaneous to the first chapter. So that type of preparation actually helps a lot, okay. So concentrate on your weak areas, not on the strong areas, right? Number three, okay, keep on manifesting, okay. And number three, waiting someone to motivate, so this is the time you need your self motivation, okay. So you have to keep on work, so you need not to wait for someone to motivate. That is very important, right? And number four, okay, just avoid all the app which are distracting more, okay. So whatever the app, okay, whether it may be Insta or any app, just come out of your phone addiction, right? And reading multiple resource, students, I'm telling this, okay. If you ask me what is more important to crack NEET MDS exam very successfully, okay, whether it is about quantity of preparation or quality of preparation, I say 100 percentage quality of preparation is more important than quantity of preparation, right? So what is the meaning of quality? Quality is you have to do multiple revision. You have to do multiple revision. So when you read fourth time or fifth time, you understand the subject very strongly actually. Okay. So instead of just reading many resources, just limit the resources and prepare that resources again and again. So that actually strengthen the concepts. That actually helps for you to crack your NEET MDS exam very successfully. Right. Now come back to here. What you should do at this time. Okay. So just I told revision is the master key, students. Revision is the master key, okay. So what is the type of revision you have to give? The type of revision you have to give is you have to come from the last chapter to the first chapter, okay. So next two revisions or three revisions you have to do from the last chapter to first chapters, because most of the students are weak in last few chapters, is strong in the first few chapters. Number one. Number two, you have to write GT or mock test, whatever the name, okay, whatever the name depends upon the center, coaching center, okay, mock test, okay, or there is something called as prediction test. which we follow in Ardent MDS. Okay, so any type of test, okay, test, you have to write the test. Students, why you have to write the test? Okay, there are two skills which is actually needed to crack the NEET MDS exam. So one skill is preparation. One skill is preparation. Okay, the second type of preparation, which is called as train the brain. Train the brain, right? So what is the meaning of train the brain? Nowadays, most of your NEET MDS question is not a straightforward question, not a fact-based question. Okay, so most of your NEET MDS questions are conceptual question. So a new type of question, newly framed, and you have to check the key point. You have to analyze the key point, and you have to be answer for that particular question. For that, you should train the brain multiple times in a different set of questions. So only then, okay, so that will be converted into rank. Okay, not only this, students, the third thing which is very important, whether writing the grand test improve the rank, actually no. After you writing the grand test or mock test or prediction test, then you have to do one more thing that is very important than writing the test. Analyze. Analyze where you made mistake. Where you made mistake. Irrespective of your rank and mark, you have to be analyzed. Okay. Don't go for depression when your mark is less. Okay, that just take this the particular test as an opportunity. Okay, so for to correct your mistakes. So analyze where you made mistakes, whether it is careless mistake or you are weak in concept or you are weak in fact to the particular topic, not overall. Okay, so analyze this and correct that. Next mock test or next grand test, you should not make that particular mistake. Okay, so that is very important for the test. Okay, so this is what you should do for the next few days, right? And how should be your daily structure of preparation? How should be your daily structure of preparation? So at least a minimum keep, if you are a post intern, at least keep minimum of 8 to 10 hours of preparation. Among the 8 to 10 hours of preparation, okay, so just keep it two subject, don't read multiple subject in a day, keep it two subjects per day. Okay, yes. Second, okay, along with this, you have to give specific time, maybe 1 or 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours for analyzing the test. Whatever you test, you completed till now. Okay, mock test. Okay, preferably mock test. Whatever the test you completed till now, okay, just analyze that. Okay, try to correct the mistaken question. Okay, so that is very important, students. Okay, so if you keep on do these things, analyzing every single mock test, correcting your mistakes on first mock test, second mock test, third mock test, if you keep on do all these things, that itself do a big miracle. Okay, that itself increase your score a lot, believe me. Okay, it actually happens. Okay, because at the end of the day, before you go to your final exam, you will be corrected all your weak areas by analyzing and correcting. Okay, try to understand the concept behind the question. Okay, so that works. Right, now come to the last part, students. What is the strategy we are going to follow in Ardent MDS for the next 96 days? Right, in Ardent MDS, actually, so usually if you take any subject, okay, there are two important areas you have to cover. So one which is called as, we in Ardent MDS, we call it as the star topics. So star topics are nothing but must know topics before exam, must know topics, or you can say expected topics. Okay, or you can say high yield topics. Right, this is what we call it as star topics in Ardent MDS. Right, the second, okay, PYQ. Okay, if you take anatomy would have PYQ for the last 10 years preferably. Okay, these are the two content which is actually the most important part in any subject. Right, in Ardent MDS, what we are going to start is something called as Arise and Revise 2.0. We already completed Arise and Revise 1.0 very successfully. It is a houseful session. Lot of students are attended, and most of the students got benefited by just doing this, right? So what is we are going to do in your Ardent MDS 2.0? Okay, so every morning 5 o'clock we have a session called Arise and Revise Previous Year Question Paper. For the last 10 years NEET-MDS question paper, which we are going to discuss in this morning 5 o'clock, 5 to 7. Okay, so why 5 o'clock? Actually, we call it as this is a 5 a.m. session. It was very successful. Okay, so at that time, whatever you prepare, actually it retained long term. Okay, that actually helps for your preparation. Okay, to recall, right? Second, arise and revise. There is something called a star topic discussion. I told, which is called as must to know topic, high yield topics, only high yield topics, only must to know topics. For every single subject, for anatomy, probably 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so if it is a small subject, it is 2 to 3 hours, and if it is a large subject, it is a 4 to 6 hours. So like that, so every star topics of each subject will be discussed on a night. Okay, so probably every day night we will be discussing this called star topic discussion. If you take anatomy, okay, physiology, biochemistry, if you read only that part, so that will helps you a lot, right? For example, if you are a fresher, just starting your preparation, or if you are a moderate preparation, okay, just you are in the midway between for the preparation, that helps you to lot, okay. But if you are already prepared very well, okay, and you are so much confident, so you don't have time for the revision. So again, so if you attended the start topic discussion, so you will be getting benefited by the rapid revision by this start topic discussion, right? And so from February, we are just going to have something called as prediction test series. So we just given the name for the mock test as a prediction test series. What is called prediction? Prediction is based upon the previous year pattern topics. Okay, so we just made a prediction test. So predict, these are the question we are expecting. So that type of question, okay, will be asked in the prediction test series. So all together, which we are going to do for the Ardent MDS students. Okay, so this is absolutely free of cost for all the Ardent MDS students. And suppose if anybody wanted to join in this Ardent MDS, Arise and Revise 2.0, so you can contact this number. Okay, so students, I end with the strategy of NEET-MDS 2026 with the following quote. Okay, this following quote actually I like very much, which is given by Michael Phelps. I won't be able to look back and say I have done everything I can and I was successful. I don't want to look back and say I should have done this or that. Okay, that means what? So when you come out of your NEET-MDS exam center after the exam, you should feel 0% guilty feeling, right? Suppose if you feel so that maybe I focused more or maybe I given more time. So like that of guilty feeling actually it's not good. So if you doesn't feel any guilty 0%, okay, then you given your complete energy, focus, everything for the NEET-MDS exam preparation, that itself is a big successful. Okay, so all the best students. Okay, so best wishes for your NEET-MDS 2026 exam. So keep this 96 days, okay, very effectively. Okay, and just do one magical word, which is called as one magical word for your NEET-MDS preparation is called as consistency, right? So what is this consistency? Many of says consistency means you have to prepare daily basis. So not like that, students. Consistency means even when you feel low, even when you feel low, even when your mock test mark is not improving, okay, mock test mark is not improving, okay, even that if you continue your preparation, that is called consistency. Okay, all the best, take care.